If you are that person who's going to buy a plot or who's going to planning to select a plot for the purpose of construction of a house or an office, then this video is meant for you. Well, we have different types of plots all across the terrain of the state and the country. There are plots which have single roads in front of the plot or at the back side of the plot or at the side of the plot, or we may have plots which have two sides roads. So generally, uh, the roads which are adjoining or in front of the plot have a huge bearing on the vastu of the plot. So if there is a plot which has a road on the northern side of it, it is extremely beneficial for commercial and business purposes. The roads which are on the eastern side of the plot are not only good for prosperity, businesses, but they also give name and fame to the owner of the plot. Similarly, the plots which are on the western side, the roads which are there on the western side of the plot are equally good for commercial and business purposes. Plots which are south facing are good for residential purposes. They are especially good for businesses run by or for women articles. Women articles can be your garments, your accessories, but they're especially suitable for women business. Now we come to the plots which are surrounded by roads from both the sides. So the most auspicious plot is the one which has a which has two roads intersecting on the northeast side of the plot. That means one road on the northern side and the other road coming from the eastern side and intercepting on the northern side. So the northeast roads junction is called as the Ishan cone. So in Vastu science, the Ishan cone plots are supposed to be extremely beneficial not only for business purposes but also for commercial and general well-being of that person. It brings lot of prosperity to the owner. You just have to ensure that the northeast is not covered or it is not cut by any means. If the northeast side of the plot is cut or covered, then these Vastu principles don't apply and you may have some negative effect. Similarly, plots which have roads on the southern and the eastern side, southeast side are called as the Agneya plots. These plots are specially good for businesses like inverters, batteries, generators, bakery, furnaces, restaurants, anywhere where you have a heat element, anywhere where you have the fire element. So if you're running a fine dining and if you have a plot which has roads on the south and east, which is called as the Agneya plot, this will be very, very suitable for you. But if you are in any kind of business which is related with water, which is related with water products, then this southeast Agneya plots may not be suitable for you. Likewise, we have southwest corner plots with roads in the southern direction and in the western direction. When they intercept, it is called as